Aloha. Good morning, all. Welcome to chilly Kapolei. I'm Craig Oswald. I work for the VA Pacific Island Healthcare System as the Senior Facility and Strategic Planner. Just delighted to MC this event. And we're so pleased to see all of you. You're just all so special to us for this great event, the groundbreaking of our major project, the first of its kind in over 20 years, the A.L.O.H.A clinic, which will be sited right here. So without further ado, we'll get started with today's program. I want to mention that we're also very honored to have all of you here, but I did want to bring to your attention that from our U.S. congressional delegation and state legislature and state and city and county offices, we have some noteworthy folks today with us here. We welcome Congressman Kai Kahele, who is here with us today. You don't often see a long sleeve Aloha shirt, which is remarkable and looks wonderful. We also have, unable to join us today was our Senator Mazie Hirono, but we welcome Carlos Santana, who is representing our senator, and will be making some remarks in a little bit. And then also, I'm sorry because I didn't spot, do we have Chad Walke today here? Okay, from Representative Case's office. Okay, we were looking forward to their participation. What I will mention to you, though, is we have State Senator Mike Gabbard, who many of you know. This is Mike's neighborhood, so we welcome him today and also your participation. Thank you so much. And then also, I understand that we have some members of Senator Akaka's family here today with us. If you might raise your hand. We have, there you are. So welcome you, thank you. We saw you at the State Veteran Home ceremony, and we're so appreciative of you being here, representing your father and all. Thank you. Okay, well, what I'd like to first do is our first speaker today. I'm really pleased to introduce you to our director of the VA Pacific Island Healthcare System, Dr. Adam Robinson. Dr. Robinson was appointed our director here back in August of 2020. And prior to that appointment, he was serving as the VA director for the VA Maryland Healthcare System, which is located back in Baltimore. So he came all the way out here. He has over 30 years of experience as a senior leader in addition to the VA with the United States Military Healthcare System. And this culminated in his selection as our 36th Surgeon General of the U.S. Navy. So without any further ado, please assist me and give Dr. Robinson a warm welcome.
Aloha and good morning to everyone. Craig, thank you very much for the warm introduction, and that's the only thing that's warm here today. I came here from Baltimore to get away from the cold. What happened? All of a sudden, I have winter in Hawaii, and it's only 72 degrees, right? In any event, no jokes about the cold because this has been the best weather I've ever had in my life consistently. So thanks very much. Congressman Kahele, it's wonderful seeing you. Senator Gabbard, Carlos Santana for Senator Hirono, Mike Gabbard, Senator Gabbard, State Senator, to the Akaka family, and to many others that are here and I haven't named, and if I haven't, I apologize to you. There are many others I'm going to say something to at the end of this. My PAO, Amy Ross, is telling me to take off my mask, and I will. I didn't realize I even had it on. So you can see who you're talking to, right? But it's with gratitude that I come today celebrating the start of the construction of this game-changing facility. Game-changing because we are excited to expand clinical access and capability to our veterans in the Leeward area and actually throughout the Pacific Islands. It is an honor to meet and to share a few words with you today. The VA has been serving veterans in the Pacific since the early 1970s, starting in the federal building. Many of you may remember that. I do not. But that's where we started. A lot has changed since then, and we continue to see change as we part and as we continue to provide world-class health care closer to where veterans live across the 2.6 million square miles that the VA Pacific Islands healthcare system covers. Community-based clinics like this are key to providing veterans better access to safe, quality, and compassionate care closer to home. By reducing the distance that veterans have to travel, more veterans will benefit from the healthcare services that they have earned by serving their nation. And to those men and women who have worn the cloth of the nation, the VA exists to honor them. And we do that with an open heart, and we try to do that effectively every day. Today, the VA Pacific Islands healthcare system includes facilities and staff in 12 sites, including all of the Hawaiian Islands, Guam, American Samoa, and the Northern Mariana Islands, including Saipan, Rota, and Tenia. We now serve more than 56,000 patients and maintain one of the fastest growing healthcare systems in the country in terms of veterans served. The A.L.O.H.A clinic will be an expanded multi-service clinic. It is one part of our overall strategic vision to keep pace with our demand for services. The expanded space and services provided here will help match the increasing demand. The VA Pacific Islands healthcare system has more than 55,000 registered patients, and we expect that number to grow. Looking from a broader perspective, our facility provided our veterans with over 417,000 outpatient appointments in 2021. We anticipate this pace of service will continue to grow in the coming years. On December the 6th, just 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, we opened our brand new clinic in the Windward Seabock in Kaneohe. Our goal must be to offer availability and increase capability for our veterans. We are enhancing specialty care to provide better access and more convenient care. As we improve what we do, we are forever mindful of your needs and how we care for you, our veterans. We exist to serve you, and we must provide the care that you both need and deserve. And this is very important. We serve as your trusted healthcare partners and guides, but you, our veteran patients, must set your healthcare courses for us to fully recognize our whole health vision. You, our veteran patients, will tell us what we should do for you, but we will be there to help you get there. Continuing in this effort, this new 88,000 square foot lease space in Kapolei, and this is a picture of it to my right here, and as you look back here, the picture that you see will be the future for the clinic that will exist here. This 88,000 square foot space will have specialty care, and we look forward to providing a wide range of non-operating room procedures using radiologic guided procedures. We look forward to providing oncologic consultation services, renal dialysis, limited same-day surgery operating room procedures, and expanded audiology and hearing test sound booths and hearing fitting labs. By the way, those are not the only specialty clinics that will be here, but I wanted to name a few that I think will resonate with you and that I know you need. In closing, thank you to all the veterans for your service to our country. We are honored to serve you. To our employees, at the VA Pacific Islands healthcare system and throughout the VA system, we thank you for all that you're doing to be the most important part of providing the best quality, compassionate, and safe care to our patients. You make us proud every day, and I'm proud to serve with you. Thank you for coming today, and this marks just the beginning of our journey to the new A.L.O.H.A, which will be renamed into the new A Clinic. Before I get out of here, I want to say a few things of thank you. Mahalo to the logistics and supply chain staff, Devin Woods, IA, Rob Duarte, Public Affairs, Amy Roth, and Henry Valerio, and Dan Oswald. That's Craig to some of you who don't know Dan. Oh, I'm sorry, that's your son. I was trying to figure out what in the world, I didn't know. You learn new things. And it says here, Craig's son will do audio. Deb B. Kamasato, who is our veterans volunteer, and Sean Safotu, Assistant Director for Efficiency and Improvement, Katie Kalama, and again, Craig Oswald is working with her as the facility planner. Our Hunt staff, Steve Colon of Hunt, and the Akaka family who is here with us today. Thank you so much. Kahu, who is the son of Senator Akaka, and who will also do our blessings today. With that in mind, thank you all very much for participating in this historic moment, our ground opening at A.L.O.H.A. And thank you very much for coming and supporting us every day.
The point I wanted to make is I took off my mask, so the mustache, which I call blonde, was really dark when we first started envisioning the A.L.O.H.A project. Just mentioning that. Our next speaker, Representative Kai Kahele, please.
Aloha, kakahiaka kako. To all our veterans, our families, honored elected officials, members of the Veterans Affairs Pacific Islands Healthcare System, and distinguished guests, in particular, the ohana of our beloved United States Senator Daniel Kahikina Akaka, mahalo for having me. Today is an important day as we carry out a key priority of Senator Akaka to create a healthcare facility for the more than 87,000 veterans on Oahu, a majority of them who live right here on the Leeward coast. And it's truly an honor to join you as we move forward on this much anticipated facility spearheaded by Senator Akaka. The Advanced Leeward Outpatient Healthcare Access, or A.L.O.H.A project, will positively impact the lives of our veterans by providing access to quality healthcare right here in Kapolei. 3 years ago, Hawaii and our nation lost a great leader. Senator Akaka embodied the spirit of Aloha. And during his 36 years in Congress, many would say it was that Aloha spirit which earned his colleagues' support and his success as a remarkable statesman. A true ambassador of Aloha, Senator Akaka's actions every day personified his congenial nature. And in song, his strong voice for the people of Hawaii could be heard throughout the halls of Congress. Like Senator Akaka, I too understand the values of Aloha and the strength it carries. And as we initiate the construction of this new facility, I can't help but reflect on my own Aloha project. The formation of my congressional team earlier this year built upon principles which I believe embody the Aloha spirit as taught to us through the wisdom of Auntie Pilahi Paki, who once said the world will turn to Hawaii as they search for world peace because Hawaii has the key, and that key is Aloha. Aloha is broken down into 5 short words. I'm going to teach them to you today. The first A, the word Aloha, stands for akahai, E ho'opili mai kako. Repeat after me. Akahai, which means kindness. The second word, the L, means for lokahi. Repeat after me. Lokahi, which means unity. The third, the O, stands for olu olu. Repeat after me. Olu olu, which means agreeable, means kindness. The H stands for ha'a. Ho'opili mai kako, which means humility. Very important to be humble. And finally, the final A in the word aloha means aho nui. Ho'opili mai kako, which means patience. Got to be patient. And these are my team's core values. We recite them at the beginning of every week as we begin and prepare to serve the people of Hawaii's 2nd Congressional District. I'm confident that these values, they're shared by all of you. And I offer them as a guide to our Aloha project providers and staff, the Hunt companies who will build this fantastic facility, who will undoubtedly bring quality and compassionate care to our veterans. As a combat veteran who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, I understand the rigors of serving in our United States military. I understand the extended deployments to war zones and the ultimate sacrifice every soldier is willing to make, and many have made in service to our country. So this project is especially meaningful to me on a personal level. It is our duty to honor our heroes who have helped keep us safe, who ensure that no one is left behind. And to everyone who has made this project a reality, I give you my sincere thank you and mahalo nui loa. Each and every one of you plays a vital role in carrying out Senator Akaka's vision to bring comprehensive health care to our veterans, their families, the caregivers, and survivors. And so I appreciate your hard work and your commitment to the VA. Mahalo for giving me an opportunity to be here today and to say a few words. Aloha.
Very special and meaningful words. Thank you, Representative Kahele. And we do appreciate your schedule and your time that you took to join us today. Much appreciated. Our next speaker, let me please introduce Mr. Carlos Santana, who will offer some remarks today on behalf of Senator Mazie Hirono. Carlos?
Good morning. And thank you, Craig, for scheduling that flyover during my introduction. Yeah. The senator would love to be here today, but unfortunately she's on a plane right now. Maybe that was her. She'll be landing in Hawaii later today. I met the director earlier for the first time in person. He asked me if I ever had hair, and I said, I think I had hair when we started talking about this project. But to pass on a message from the senator, she says, aloha and welcome to everyone attending the Advanced Leeward Outpatient Healthcare Access, otherwise known as Aloha, project groundbreaking ceremony. Today's groundbreaking continues the legacy of Senator Daniel K. Akaka, who first started work on this project many years ago. Senator Akaka was a tireless champion for Hawaii's veterans and recognized that Leeward Oahu veterans in particular were underserved. When this clinic is completed, Leeward Oahu veterans will finally be able to receive high standard of care close to home. I am proud to see Senator Akaka's vision become a reality, and I am equally proud to have played a part in helping carry on his work to fulfill the country's promise to care for our veterans and ensure they receive the benefits they have earned. I look forward to the Aloha project opening its doors, welcoming Leeward Oahu veterans to this state-of-the-art, multi-specialty outpatient clinic. Mahalo to the VA Pacific Islands healthcare system and all Hawaii's VA employees for the care they provide our veterans, and to everyone who has contributed to this momentous project that is focused on improving the lives of our veterans. My best wishes for an enjoyable and memorable ceremony. And today I would like to announce that legislation that was introduced to rename this project the Daniel K. Akaka facility passed in the Senate 3 days ago, and now we pass the ball over to Congressman Kahele, who introduced the same legislation in the House, and hopefully that'll be passed when we come back from the recess. So, mahalo from Senator Hirono. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. A very special announcement. So our next speaker, I'm really pleased to announce, we go back a ways. Mr. Steve Colon is president here in the Pacific for Hunt Development. I guess I should share that some of our earliest conversations that Steve and I had were actually in the checkout line at Foodland. I'm sure you remember. But what I wanted to comment, Mr. Colon will enjoy his remarks in a second, but I can share with you that his commitment and his passion to want to deliver something, our clinic, for the veterans of Hawaii, has just been such a strong endeavor, such a strong goal for not only Steve, I know individually, but his team. And so we're very fortunate that that passion that you had has taken shape in the form of our groundbreaking today. So let me introduce Mr. Steve Colon.
Thank you, Craig. Okay, so Craig, when the congressman was talking about that last word of aloha, and he said anui, okay, right, I looked right at you because I said, okay, now that embodies everything that I think both Hunt and the VA have shown over the last several years. So thank you, Congressman, for educating us on that. That was great. Well, okay, thanks again, Craig, for inviting us to this ceremony. Good morning. This is a great day for us. It is with tremendous honor and pride that I stand before you here today, representing the Hunt companies on such a tremendous project. And then like the Congressman mentioned, there is also a personal connection for me here. I served in the Navy for 26 years, retired as a Navy captain, and like the Congressman also, I had a combat experience in the Persian Gulf War 30 years ago. So this project has a personal meaning for me as well. The this A.L.O.H.A clinic is a great example of a win-win project for the people of Hawaii. First off, as everybody all knows and has been mentioned, it is going to provide critically needed health care for the veterans of Hawaii in the location where the majority of the veterans live. For us, as the developer for Hunt, this project also serves as a tremendous next phase, next stage of the transformation of the former Barbers Point Naval Air Station. For those of you who have been with us for many years, and I'm thinking of Senator Gabbard right there, he knows. We started on this journey about 15 years ago now, when we took over the majority of this former air base. And our initial efforts were to what I described as turning the lights back on, breathing life back into the buildings, getting businesses back here, getting people back to live here. That whole phase, I believe now, has shifted into this phase, which is now the new land development part of that. And this is the beginning of that. This is this first anchor to essentially where our property begins. You're going to have the clinic here. We hope to have workforce housing nearby. And I believe what you will see here is a continuing transformation which will result in the A.L.O.H.A mixed-use community. So we're really excited for that. This project also is going to create a real nice boost for our local construction companies, our construction service providers, our unions. This project is going to provide, critically needed construction jobs. So a great shot in the arm for our entire construction industry for the next few years, or next year and a half. And then, of course, when you look at what this is going to provide long-term, this is going to provide hundreds of quality healthcare jobs, again, for folks who live in the West Side. We live near A.L.O.H.A. So just, a tremendous tremendous amount of good things to share with us. And finally, this project is all privately financed. So, this isn't just, a government taxpayer funded. This is all being taken care of with privately funded. So, again, it's with tremendous pride that I stand before you. A few shout outs. Congressman Cahelli, I can't tell you how pleased I am and how thankful I am that you took time out of your busy schedule to come here. We all know you're dealing with a lot of big issues right now. So for you to take the time to come over here is especially meaningful for me personally, and I know for us as a company, and I know for everybody here at the VA as well. Thank you, Carlos Santana. I mean, like Carlos said, he had a full head of hair when I started talking to him about this project. So you've hung in there with us for a long time. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Robinson, for being here. Important to us. Thank you for the A.L.O.H.A family. Danny, you and I had a groundbreaking, I don't know if you remember, about 15 years ago. So great seeing you again here. And then finally, Senator Gabbard, as our longest resident, what a great day for us to be here. And again, thanks for all the support that you've provided over the years. I'm sure I've missed others, but we have a great project team. You can see we've already been going for a while, and we're super excited to continue on this journey. And we look forward to seeing everyone at the ribbon cutting here. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Steve. Great comments, and we're looking forward to that. Maybe about 23 months from now, we'll have a big party. Thank you so much. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, we are especially grateful and especially lucky to have you, our congressional delegation, our state legislators, our veteran service organizations, our veterans, everybody from all walks of life that we know in Hawaii that collaborations and relationships are very important. And I've learned that, having moved here in 1991. It wasn't something that I understood. But I just want to make mention of it because how special to see the group here today and all of the connectivity and how far back some of you go with each other. You're all pulling for the VA. We appreciate the fact that you were there for us and we tried to do our part. Now we're going to do a big thing. So thank you so much. I just wanted to mention that. So we're going to do a little shifting of gears right now to the second part of our program. That concludes our guest speakers. And now we're going to have a really special Hawaiian blessing from the A.L.O.H.A family, from Danny A.L.O.H.A and his crew. But let me mention this first of all. I need to have a few people position themselves over where the groundbreaking and the O.O sticks are going to be. So put on my glasses somewhere. Steve, I didn't used to wear these either back then. Okay, so if I might have, let me ask Dr. Robinson, please. We'll go over here to your left, to the area where the Maile is tied. And we'll have Congressman Cahelli, please join us. We'll have Carlos Santana, please join us. Representing our mayor, Mayor Blangiardi, we have Mr. Alex Kozlov with us today. Welcome, Alex. And we also have Mr. Ron Hahn, who many of you know is our governor-appointed director of the Veterans Office of Veteran Services, our state director. Ron hosted a beautiful groundbreaking for the State Veterans Home not too long ago. So please join us, Ron. And then also Senator Mike Gabbard, would you please join us? Okay, so we have them pre-positioned. And Kahu, I'm going to turn it over to you if that would be okay. Steve, I couldn't leave you out, and I did. I'm sorry. Would you please go to the O stick area? My apologies. Surprise!
Aloha kako. So wonderful being here with all of you and here at Kalailoa for this very, very special groundbreaking for the VA Aloha Clinic. You know, as my mom always would say, you know, even though Dad's not here physically, he's truly with us spiritually, especially today as we do this dedication. I just want to share a little bit about this groundbreaking ceremony. That the ceremony is a very traditional ceremony, which is called Pikai. It's a purification ceremony. The maileles that we have here represent the piko, or that umbilical cord, which is the heart of this project here. And basically, when the maileles are untwined, that represents cutting the cord or cutting that piko to allow the birth of this child, of this clinic, and that it would grow and thrive with aloha. You know, our kupuna always felt it important that before any project was started, that it would always be preceded by chants and prayers and blessings. You know, there's this Kalailoa is part of the Great Ewa Plain. Over the past history of this area, there's been many things that have, from times past, from the ancient times. There are also very old Hawaiian trails that went through these areas. There's one trail that went from Kalailoa all the way up to Kapolei, where the warriors of times past would travel that trail to go up to Kapolei, to Palehua, of where they would train to become great warriors. And so, with this understanding, our kupuna would always make sure that everything was properly blessed, to seek the okay of the ancients and the approval that these projects like this can be done for the safety and the success of all. And so we will start this blessing with the sound of the pu, the conch shell, from the east to the west, to the north and to the south. We have to figure out where the east is. We live in Kona, so we're a little bit, is it this way? Okay. So from the east to the west, to the north to the south, with the blowing of the conch shell, the four pillars, followed by the Hawaiian chants calling upon Akua, the Spirit of God, to be with us, as well as that of our Aumakua, our ancestral family guardians, and our kupuna, our ancestors, that they may join us and pray along with us, including my dad. And, you know, this ceremony does require ho'omalu, a time of spiritual silence. So during this time, we ask you all to include your personal prayers to ours for the safety and the success of this project. The name Aloha, which is going to be used for this clinic, as Congressman Kaikahele had shared with you, is a very special name. And my dad would always also say, Hawaii's gift to the world is aloha. And so we will now begin the ceremonies, and we thank you all for being here. Mahalo.
tell us what we're going to do and
Okay.
why we do it.
Okay. So. Melanie, you know, be part of this, represent the family.
Right there, right there. Here, okay. Now we can. Mahalo again for being a part of this ground ceremony. So the o'o are the digging sticks that you have in your hands, which was really the only Hawaiian digging tool that was used, the o'o. And so in this tradition, for the groundbreaking, you would approach, all of you together would approach this mound of dirt, and on the crown of ekolu of 3, then you would eli, or dig into the dirt to represent breaking the ground for the start of this project. So if we are all makaukau and ready, please approach. And I will count to 3, and that'll be your time to eli and to dig into the aina, into the land. Ikahi, elua, ekolu. Eli, 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 eli. Eli, eli, ikalepo, o ka aina. Dig into the land to give it life, to restore the life of the land, that it may be used for this project in the creation of the VA Aloha Clinic. Mahalo. And now I will close the ceremony by pouring the rest of this water, which I have pa'akai, or Hawaiian salt, the dirt, the lepo, e keokua, wa mai no, ka VA Aloha Clinic, I ka pikai, I nā pule ke kahi. Wa oki ia ka piko, wa kū ka hale, wa pa'a ka hale. Ai makamana o ka oi hana ka huna oi pa'a nei, a mama uanua, lele nā pule, lele vale akala.
And so the piko has been cut and severed with the untying of the maileles, thus giving life and spirit to this amazing and wonderful project, the VA Aloha Clinic. So as my uncle Abraham, Kahu Abraham Akaka used to always say at the end of his blessings, and now we can all make a joyful noise. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. Mahalo. Thank you, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to the Akaka family, to Danny Akaka. We just can't explain how special and how, well, just how special you folks are in that ceremony. So we're going to conclude our ceremony. I did want to mention to everyone that we have some food for you to take with you. Over at our reception table, we have some bentos and some fruit and some snacks. So if everyone could please take something to eat with you. I'm sorry we won't be able to allow you to eat here with us or anybody, but please take that with you and we appreciate it. With that, we'll conclude today's ceremony. Aloha all and have a wonderful holiday season. Mele Kalikimaka, I Hawali, Makahiki Ho.